Hi, we're back.
Hello, it's Sahar, Dahi, and welcome back to the Talk with Spencer. We just decided to cut off the last one because it felt like a good conclusion to
We have like really big mouths and we just never stop talking, so
we're
just
gonna
had a list, but was like, stop talking.
Yep, so we're gonna talk about more stuff because honestly, I feel like I wanted to talk more just in a way that like would make people like just help people in what they're going through because I feel like they can relate to a lot of the stuff that we've been through.
100%, and I think if they hear us talk about it, then they're like, okay, I'm not alone.
Yeah, that'll make them feel better. What should we get into first? Should we talk about bullying first?
Yeah, we'll talk about bullying, talk about like friends, friendship kind of vibe, how to make friends.
Thinking of you.
So Spencer and I were both bullied, and people don't really like to like people.
This is proof that all hot people were bullied.
Sexy people are just bullied. I don't know what to tell you. So I don't know. Whenever I tell people that like I was bullied or like I talk about it on TikTok, they're always like, "No, you weren't. Like you're
why
pretty.
would anyone bully you?
You're
no
pretty. Like you probably were the bully. First of all, no, I wasn't.
No.
Second of all, like I don't know. People always say like, "Oh, you were probably so like you were pretty. How could you have been bullied?
Mm-hmm.
Like you were like whatever." Mm-hmm. And it's like, but I didn't think I was pretty.
Well, people bully you into thinking you're not pretty,
and then
you're like insecure, so you just take it.
Looking back at my pictures in high school and stuff, I was like cute. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't like hot or anything, but I was like cute and like not ugly. But like I felt so ugly because everyone convinced me I was fucking ugly. Yeah. And then now when I say like, oh, I was bullied, they're like, you were pretty though.
You were pretty. Like
Like, and I'm like,
but also pretty people get bullied too.
Pretty people do get bullied. I feel like pretty people get picked on more than like regular people
because I feel more eyes are on them,
and it's more jealousy.
Yeah, and like anyone who makes fun of you is just insecure, you know?
Yeah.
And like that was something that I had to learn because people making fun of me made me insecure.
Yeah.
You know? And then it kind of like when you're insecure, you are also kind of like a little bit mean.
High key, when you're insecure, you're just like your worst version of yourself. Like when right before I got bullied, I was like bitchy, not like in a mean way, but just like to my friends, I kind of like took my insecurity out of my friends. Really snappy. And like when my friends would compliment my other friends and they wouldn't compliment me, I would get so mad and I'd be like, blah blah blah, how's that gonna make me feel that you guys never because I was so insecure. But it's like it's not my friend's job to like make sure I'm not insecure and like whatever. And like
and they can compliment someone else without it, and like someone else's beauty doesn't take away from your own.
Exactly. And like my thing is like you know how we always talk about how like insecure people are the ones that go for like boyfriends and go for whatever and like go for guys that like your friends like
I have more like weird morals.
And like that's how I know that that's fact is because when I was my most insecure, like when I was 15, if a girl told me like, oh, I like that guy, I would be like, I want to talk to him now. So it sounds bad. Like I'll admit it because that was like fucked up of me to be like that. But like that's how I was in high school. Where like if my friends
and now you know you've grown from it. Also that you can admit it.
Yeah, and like I was 15. Like after getting bullied, I like stopped being like that. But like when I was like 15, like it was just like if a girl was like, oh, I like him, I would like try to talk to him because I'd be like, can I get him? Like
can I get him? Yeah,
because I want to prove to myself that I can.
Because you just want validation. You want to be good enough. And you want to be the person who could pull him,
Yeah.
Something that, like, I just went to push up my glasses. I was like this.
That's so funny.
Something that I, like, think about a lot is that as much as I'm like, oh my gosh, bullying sucked. Like, being bullied was the worst thing ever. Like, whatever. I think it was also the best thing ever for me. Like, being bullied was literally the best thing that anyone could ever do to me. Like, do for me. Obviously, to an extent, it becomes, like, harmful and dangerous. But, like, being bullied was the thing that, like, made me be myself and made me be like, yo... sorry.
Ew, you're disgusting.
Yo, like your morals are terrible. I don't want to be friends with you. Or made me be a better person because like people pointed out things on me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like the way I always talk about being bullied is like I wouldn't wish it upon anyone because it genuinely was like one of the worst things I ever went through my entire life. But I'm glad that it happened because it made me who I am now. And if that's now, I know I wouldn't. Also. Yeah, I wouldn't be like the way that I am now. Like the thing is, my life kind of like timeline, it was like growing up I was never popular ever. Like within like my mom's
me and you would have probably been friends.
Oh my god, we would have. I know we would have. That's so cute because we were both fucking losers. So like my mom's friends, they would always hang out and all their daughters were like older than me.
Yeah.
So I was this like the young one and they'd always be like, yeah, like Sahar, you can't hang out with us.
You're like a little duckling.
Yeah, I was the little like ugly duckling that was like running around behind them and they didn't want to hang out with me.
Yeah. I just said duckling. You're like ugly duckling.
No, literally. So they never wanted to hang out with me. So I was always an outcast. I was so insecure. I was always so shy. And I was just so not comfortable being myself. And then like, you know, I went to school This was, keep in mind, that was like when I was 6 years old, by the way. Like, whatever.
I just pictured you like 6, like,
I was so cute. So, like, I believed in the tooth fairy at the time. Like, that kind of vibe. Like,
I believed in the tooth fairy until I was 12. I'm not kidding.
You're fucked. Spencer, that is another Spencer Barbosa moment. Like, that is that is the most, mom, I'm pregnant. I think I just had a fucking baby moment I've ever in my entire life.
Because I'm, like, innocent. Like, I like everything to be amazing and happy.
And then, after that, like, life was chill, it was pretty plateau. Like, I just wasn't popular. I was just chilling, living my life as, like, a regular kid. And then I got into high school, and then, like, my boobs came in. Like, by boobs, I mean, like, my B cups. But, like, then...
Your body changes, yeah.
Yeah, so then people were kind of telling me, like, oh, you're getting prettier, like, whatever. So that kind of, like, got to my head a little bit. Not got to my head, but, like, I felt insecure, but I thought I was pretty because people told me I was pretty, but I didn't feel pretty. And then, like, in that, I, like, acted shitty and, like, acted, like, a type of way. And then... What actually triggered me getting bullied. So first of all, a lot of people didn't like me. Just in general, people didn't like me.
That's jealousy.
So I was 15 and like whatever. And one of the popular girls had this ex-boyfriend. Okay, he went to another school. And I went to their semi-formal and it was like this dance or whatever. I danced with him for 10 seconds. Like literally 10 seconds I danced with this guy. Dance? Like just like dance. Like,
okay,
you know?
Okay. I didn't know if he was like, will you dance with me?
Like it was just like a moment, you know?
Yeah.
And then he like told a girl from my school that he danced with me.
Why did he do that?
I don't fucking know.
Okay.
She asked him. She was like, did you dance with anyone? And he was like, oh yeah, I danced with like Sahar.
Yeah.
That bitch.
Did she try and ruin your life?
Told his ex-girlfriend who was popular. Like she was
ex-girlfriend, really, also ex, who cares?
Yeah, they were popular. First of all, me and this girl weren't even friends. But like, told her. And she, like, blocked me on everything, like, made it a goal to ruin my life. And then a lot of the girls who already didn't like me jumped on this bandwagon of hating me.
Extra didn't like you now.
Yeah. So they all hated me. And I'll
They're
be honest.
acting like they were dating when you did this.
I know. I don't understand this. To this day, even if they can message me right now and be like, Sahar, what the fuck? And I'd be like, honestly, looking back, why the fuck were you so mad? It was your ex-boyfriend and we weren't even friends like that. Like, only difference was you were popular and I wasn't. So it was like a power move on her end kind of thing. But like, then, I'll be honest with y'all, I did talk a lot of shit back then about my friends, like about everybody. I just gossiped a lot. But like, I feel like everyone gossiped a lot.
You were immature.
It was just like...
I'm gonna be honest, like everyone was.
It wasn't even... It's just... I was just 15. Yeah. It wasn't even... we were 15.
Like, you were just 15, yeah.
Everyone acts like that at 15. You know, we all talk shit. Like, even now, I still feel like I talk shit, but like, no one cares as much anymore. If I heard someone was talking shit about me, I just wouldn't really care. Like, you know? But like...
It's just kind of funny.
I like gossiped about a lot of people. And then when all this started, everyone started telling each other, like, Sahar said this about you. She said this about you. She said this, whatever.
Yeah, it was just like a spiral.
And it was to the point where, like, everybody in my school hated me, and there was a group chat made about me, and it was like 30 girls, and they would just talk shit about me in that group chat. And I was like, yeah. And like when I talk about getting bullied and stuff, people will like be like, were you actually bullied, or did people just like talk shit about you? Like, did you get beat up? If you didn't get beat up, then that's not being bullied.
Okay, I feel like bullying for girls is really different.
You
like,
can't, they're not gonna beat me up.
I was not physically beat up. It's more like so emotional, you know?
It's so emotional. You know what people would do? So that shit happened. The group chats would happen. I was so scared to come to school because of the way girls would look at me. It was like every time I walked into a room, it was like
everyone hated you.
You walk into a room where people are just talking about you and they just get silent. They all just look at you. And it was so awkward because everybody...
How much shit do they have to talk about you? Like,
I don't know, man. They would always... So they called me like saggy tits for a minute. I don't know why.
They were
like
it was making up things. Yeah,
they were just
looking for reasons to hate you.
They were just like, oh, she thinks her boobs are so big, but they're not. Like whatever. Like first of all, listen to lie to me. Like, they called me a 32 double D. I don't think I am that. But but then like it was like they talked. So like these group chats were made, people were talking shit about me, like they would comment mean things on my pictures. If I would comment on people's Instagram pictures, like just
saying nice things,
the other girls from my school would comment being like, wow, you're trying so hard to make everybody like you, everyone still fucking hates you, like shit like that. And
I would cry so much.
I was really depressed. I would walk through the hallways.
How did this turn around? Like
we'll get there. Okay. I would walk through the halls and girls would like yell slut at me and stuff like that. And it was to the point I had no friends, no one to hang out with. So every day I would sit in the science tutor room and my science teacher would help me do science every day for an hour of
You're
like,
probably really fucking good at science now.
I didn't even do that good in science, to be honest. I think I just passed. I think I got like 75 in the class, but still, like I was so like depressed.
This sounds like the beginning of a story on like how you became a scientist.
Literally, like I was like, I got bullied, so I was no. Honestly, I just would. It was more of like I sat in the science tutor room just so I didn't look like a fucking loser.
Yeah,
like
at
at
least
least
you had something to do.
So at least people couldn't say like, wow, she really wasn't hanging. I could just say
That was me.
I had science homework
I
to do.
sat in the library to edit YouTube videos. Like,
oh my gosh,
Yeah.
stop. So we were in the same like
Yeah.
boat. And like literally I'd sit in class and like girls would like look back at me and like yell things at me. And it was to the point where
didn't these teachers ever
my teacher talked to me. She was like, are
you good? Like,
she was like, I've been hearing some things, like
Yeah.
whatever, like, are you okay? Like, do you want me to get principal involved? And the thing is, the girls that were bullying me were like blackmailing me too. So they had like these pictures of me that made me just look so bad. And they were like, we're gonna show your parents these pictures. We're gonna show them to everyone if you fucking tell anybody. If you get any like authority figure involved.
Bro.
Every night those girls would send me videos of them just cussing me out. Just being like, you're a fucking disgusting bitch. No one at fucking school likes you.
block them on everything.
I don't know why I did
Can you show
it.
me these girls now?
I can't, my phone's filming.
Oh, yeah.
But like,
Are they nice girls now? They probably grew out of that.
no,
Oh.
they aren't. They aren't.
I'm looking for the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, they probably grew out
Some
of
of
that.
them are nice. Some of them,
Like, if I was those girls, I would message you now and be like, I'm so sorry.
they like, some of them are like that. But like, some of the girls who weren't the main bullies, they were just more the bystanders. They apologize to me every day. They're like,
Yeah.
they're like my friends now.
Some of those, sometimes what happens is there'll be like one main bully or like three main bullies and everyone else just has to go along because they can't pick you because there's no one else on your side. You know what I mean? They just want to have friends.
And the bullies were like popular. Like they were the popular girls in my school.
Which is terrible. So if you're one of those bystander people, just pick the person who has no friends.
Yeah, so
They need you more than you know.
literally every night I would just deal with them sending me videos of them harassing me and stuff. And like I think one of them egged my house at one point too. And I would literally, I'm not even kidding, like every night for like
These people are psycho.
every night for like 2 months I was like calling kids' help phone every night, just sobbing like every night. I know, it was really sad. And sometimes I cry when I talk about it because it makes me really heartbroken. Like I literally, because I couldn't talk to my mom about it. I couldn't talk to anyone about it. My
You couldn't
mom
talk to anyone. And you don't have any sisters either, right?
no, so
You have
like
a brother,
like
yeah.
and how am I supposed to tell my brother like, oh, they have this picture of me, so
He would be like, why'd you have this picture?
yeah,
Why'd you
yeah,
take
yeah,
it? You know what I
literally.
mean?
So it's
Yeah.
like it was so uncomfortable. I would just cry myself to bed literally every night. I like would sleep maybe 2 hours every night because of my panic attacks and stuff and like the anxiety. And that's where my anxiety started from, was from getting bullied.
These
Like
fucking people. And then the people in your comments feel like they need to invalidate you and be like,
be like,
you didn't get bullied.
you
You're
didn't-
pretty.
you're pretty,
Pretty
so
people don't get bullied.
literally, like I had anxiety.
People get bullied into being pretty.
I legitimately every night I probably slept 2 hours, and like I would just go to school and like my anxiety would be through the roof. Like I actually went to the hospital at one point because of how bad my panic attacks were, and that's where
Because
like,
you feel like everyone hates you and everyone around you
and
is
they
literally
did
telling you they hate you. Yeah.
and like
And you don't want to learn because you can't focus on learning. You can't do anything.
yeah, and like eventually and like to this day I still suffer from the anxiety and panic attacks that I got from being bullied. Like I'm 22 now. It has been 7 years.
You're not even in high school anymore.
And like I still sometimes get anxiety, or like certain things will trigger me to like feel a type of way, you know?
To feel the way that they used to make you feel.
And like I'm only like really sharing this because like I just want to show you guys that like it does get better after that. Like I had it so bad, and like it kind of like simmered down eventually, and the main bully like felt bad and was like, I don't want to be known as a bully, like I hope you're okay, like whatever. And I was like, you did bully me though.
You're like, I'm not okay.
You're like,
in my life.
you're like I don't want to be seen as a bully, but you were a bully.
You were a bully, bro.
That's the thing. So like it is what it is. Like I was so insecure at that point that I just forgave everyone that treated me like shit, because I was like, you know what?
That's something else that really insecure people do.
And like
They just forgive and forget.
And
I do not forgive and forget
anymore.
I don't do that.
And
no.
like, and in that moment, you probably like feel me where it was like, I had no one in my life that at that point I would have done anyone, anything to have anybody, just have one person on my side. I would have done anything.
Yeah.
So eventually I got over it.
They could do anything to you. You'll let people walk all over you because you're like, I just want to have a friend so badly.
I don't have friends. Like I just
if I'm just not sitting alone, I'll sit with people who hate me.
I don't care. Like I don't care if they treat me like shit. Like I just want to not be alone. Which is like I would never.
Oh
never,
man, me and you should go to high schools and give like speeches and talks.
We would eat.
That's my dream.
That would be
That's
so
literally
much
my dream.
fun. Oh my god. Okay. So, but then like I switched schools after that. Things got a little bit better. And then when I turned 20, that whole situation that we talked about in the last podcast with my friends happened, which was the next lowest point of my life. But after that, things got so much better. Therapy, everything, and look at where we are right now.
And like everything that happened to you now, you know that those would never happen to you again because you've learned.
I would never let it happen.
Yeah, you'd never let it happen again. So it's almost good that all those terrible things happen.
Yeah.
Because it's like they're saying like there has to be like rain to be sunshine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Like you have to have those terrible moments to like understand. Okay, shit, fuck, bitch, this is not happening again.
And you need to like learn what your boundaries are, and like and just learn like what you're okay with and what you're not. And like now we've talked about this. We're both at the point like I'd rather be alone than be surrounded by people who don't treat me the way I want to be treated.
And even you had to reteach that to me, because when that person did that shit to me, recent, like months ago now, but like when that girl did that shit to me, I was like, oh, it's okay, I'll forgive her. And then you were like, but why are you doing that? Yeah. There's a million other people who would die to be your best friend. Like, why are you doing that?
And the first time you, like, forgave her. And because you were like, you literally said, you're like, I can't live without her. I don't know. I can't be alone.
I said I can't forgive her because I can't live without her. Like, I don't know who I am without her. She's my only person.
You're like, what am I going to do with if she's not my friend?
What am I going to do with her? I can't, like, anything.
Yeah.
She basically blackmailed me, and she's like, you can't say anything or else I'll never speak to you again. Like, if you tell, like, you know what I mean? Like...
But then, and then once more stuff happened, I was like, Spencer, like, you deserve people who don't treat you like that. But I'm glad you actually did it, because that was so hard for you. I know. Yeah. Because, like, I'm CEO of cutting people off left and right. Like, I cut, literally, I'm just at the point where I'll cut you off at the first red flag, because I just respect myself too much to put myself through that. But, like, I know that was really hard for you, so I'm really proud of you.
Because I was a really... people off at all.
I'm CEO of cutting people off.
I'm CEO of being, like, distancing myself, but, like, I can never cut people off.
I cut everybody off. Like, we can be civil. We can be fine. We can be on good. Like, if I cut you off, I don't consider there to be bad blood.
Yeah, I just don't like you.
I just don't. The way that you treated me just wasn't okay with me. Yeah. So, and that's fine. Like, you can treat other people like shit, just not me.
I think I need to work on that. I really need to work on that.
But I feel like you have a pretty small circle right now. Like,
I don't even have a circle.
You just have your boyfriend, your family, me.
That's it. Like, I don't really have a circle, because it's just like...
So you are CEO of cutting people off. You cut people off. I mean, you don't let people
I think I go in phases of just not talking to anyone. Yeah. Like, lately, and especially in winter... Before I had a boyfriend, I had, like, so many friends, and I would hang out with so many people all the time, go to parties, like, 4 nights a week, like, go have so much fun. And then when winter hit and I got a boyfriend, I was just like, this is so unfulfilling.
It was so weird for me to see pictures of you with other girls. I'm like, wait, why does she have friends? Other than me. I should be your only friend.
Isn't it? But it's, like, so unfulfilling now. Like, I'm not fulfilled by that at all. Like, going to parties and, like, taking photos with people who are my friends, who don't even know what my goals are, or don't even know the kind of person I am, or don't check up on me when I'm fucking crying. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, it's just so easy to have friends, but it's so hard to have actual friends.
No, Spencer and I are really good friends, honestly. Yeah. I, like, don't consider you, like, a TikTok friend. Like, if I talk about you to other people, they'll be like, oh, who's that? I'll be like, oh, it's my TikTok friend. But, like, in my head, I'm like, she's my friend. Yeah, like, you're not friends. Like, you're not my, like, you're in my inner circle, in my head, at least. Like, whatever. But, like, no, I've reached the point where, like, I'm not even gonna give you the chance to, like, disrespect me again or treat me like shit again. So, bye.
Something I want to talk about really quickly, because we were kind of talking about it, but we didn't, like, touch on it. Okay, I just went to push up my glasses again. What the fuck is wrong with me?
That's
okay. You know, when you're, like, 15, I think that's something that all 15-year-olds do that we need to, like, teach them to stop doing, is, like, when you're 15 and you're insecure and you want attention, you, like, over sexualize yourself so much by the way that you're dressed, the way that you act. You don't, like, when I look back on when I was 15, the way that I used to, like, flirt with guys. Also, I was innocent. I never did anything. Didn't even have my first kiss, I don't think. But, like, I would want that attention. If the only attention I got was from a guy telling me the boobs that I literally didn't even have was, like, they were so nice, or that my ass was so fat, or...
Guys would tell you that?
Yeah. When I'm, like, 15, like...
See, I was flat, so I never had this issue.
But... Oh, I always felt that. I remember even being in, like, grade 8, I posted a photo in an outfit, and this girl who hated me, who also now she's like, I love your videos. Bro, you did not love my videos.
You hated me.
Made fun of my YouTube channel when I was in grade 8. But she would literally, like, screenshotted my Instagram post, sent it to me, and she was like, why would you post this? Like, you're clearly only posting it from your boobs. Do you want attention from guys that badly? And, like, in that moment, I was actually only posting a photo. But I just learned that when we're younger, we over-sexualize our bodies so much that now I'm at a point where it's like, we said this before, like, you don't deserve to get with me. Yeah. You know what I mean? We had the whole conversation.
No, and, like, I get so, like, I don't know about you, but, like, so my thing was, like, the one thing I was told was that I had nice boobs, okay? But I didn't even really have nice boobs. It was just, like, for 15, I had, like, okay boobs. They're, like, the same size as now, but for a 15-year-old, this is kind of, like...
You're like, this is nice for 15, yeah.
Yeah, right? So, like, But then on top of that, I'd wear push-up bras. Like, literally, my tits were, like, literally, like, up to my fucking, like,
it looked suffocating.
Literally, like, they couldn't breathe. And they had that perfect, like, you know?
Yeah.
And I did it because I liked the attention I got from it. Like, and I was so insecure. And, like, I felt
because
so
that was
ugly.
the only attention that we were getting.
I felt so insecure. Like, I thought I was so ugly that I was like, at least I have boobs. Like, at least my boobs are there. Like, whatever. But, like, when I look back at my pictures, like, when I go through my camera roll and look back at, like, 2015, I'm like, oh my God, girl, that was so intense. Like, you did not need your tits out like that.
I get sad looking at my own things myself because it's like now I'm at a point where I'm like, okay, my body is like the least interesting thing about me right now. Yeah. Like if I am like meeting a guy, I would want him to like my face.
Yeah.
Or my personality.
Yeah.
Like the person that I am. But when you're 15 and the only attention that you're getting is your boobs or your ass or the way that you're dressing, like, bro, the like smallest black tights I would wear. If I was a size 6, I would get a size 2. Like the camel toe these tights would give me so that I could get the little crease in my ass. Like now looking back, and even if you're like 15 watching this, you don't need to be sexy. You're 15. Like you're still a child.
Like live your life. Like you don't have to like.
Not telling you what you can and can't wear, but like
no. And the problem is that like people always say like what I hate is like the culture now is so like oh you if you say to someone like if you say to them like oh, you shouldn't be wearing that. It's like, you're like against women. You're like, why? Like, you're just mad that she's confident. Yeah. No, she's a child who is trying to make herself look like she's 22 fucking years old with her tits and ass completely out. Like, it's like almost like the behavior and the way we've like normalized this stuff. It's just like good for like pedophilia.
Yeah. And what I'm saying is I'm not saying not to wear. I'm saying wear it, but make sure that you're wearing it for you.
For the right reasons.
Yeah. Like, looking back, bro, if I want to wear black tights and I want to look hot and I want to be sexy, whatever, if I want to wear a push-up bra, if I want to wear the tiniest top ever, I need to make sure I'm wearing it and wearing it for me. Because when I was 15 and I was wearing that, I was not wearing it for me. I was wearing it because...
For the positive attention you get from it.
I just wanted... Not even positive. That's not positive at all.
No, but in our heads
like,
at the time, it was positive.
In my head, I was like, okay, like
male validation.
At least my body's good. Like, if everyone else hates me...
At least my boobs are big. At least my whatever.
And, like, what the... Like, now when I look back, I'm like, I wish that I dressed for me.
No, and when I see, like, girls like that, like, who are young, like, under 18, like, sexualizing the fuck out of themselves, I get so stressed out for them because I'm like, I know in your mind you're going to look back and, like, cringe and be like, I was a child. Like, and, like, now, especially, like, TikTok and stuff, tits, ass, everything's out for, like, from, like, children. Like, literal
Which
children.
makes me so scared because when we were younger... The only way that I would ever, if I was in like elementary school, the only way that I would ever hear about high school parties or hear about the way that high schoolers dressed would be from my older sisters. Yeah. But now it's like, if you're 12 and you have a phone, you go on TikTok and you can see what university students are doing. You can see crazy parties. You can see like ways that you would dress when you're older, but you look at it and you're like, oh my gosh, they look so cool. I want to be like them. Do you know what I mean? And it's so hard for you to not, like, change what you actually look like.
No, like, why are you 14 shaking your ass on...
Like we were wearing Justice.
No, literally, I was wearing Justice until I was, like, 17, I think. Like,
yeah.
Like,
what was the other one? Joshua Perez or something like that with the little dog? Do you remember?
No, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
Wait. No. If I show you, you'll remember.
I, like, now it just stressed me. I'm like, why are you 14 shaking your ass on TikTok? Like, that does not make sense to me. Like, why are you doing that? And, like, even my cousin, she's, like, 15, okay? And she sent me, like, a thirst trap that she made. And it was like cleavage out, like so. Oh,
Joshua something.
You like Aeropostale too, like
yeah, like that. We were wearing that, like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sorry guys, I just
my cousin like sent me like a thirst trap she made. She's 15, and it was like cleavage, sexy, like fuck me eyes. I was like, you're mental. I was like, you're not posting that. I was like, what are you doing? You're 15,
and not even in an unempowering way. Just like
your
face and your personality is so beautiful. You don't need to share anything
I know
else.
that she would, if I let her post that, she would look back and cringe like a motherfucker if she saw that again. Like, no.
I just think it's so sad with like, okay, when we were younger, I used to read magazines when I was sick. I would
like J14?
J14.
Yeah,
I would read those,
Tiger Beat, shit like that.
I would read those little magazines when I was younger and do those like little quizzes and stuff like that when I was sick from school, like staying at home or whatever. But now I just think if someone's like sick, staying home from school, they're on their phone looking at TikTok and they're like comparing themselves so much to other people, and not even just in the way that I'm saying like over sexualizing. Like let's just go on to a thing about how social media can be super bad. Like, social media, I couldn't imagine growing up with the way that social media is now.
Thank God.
Like, it's like that now, and I'm 19, and
it still affects you so
You know, I didn't even realize until, like, a year ago that, like, people edited their stuff. Like, I genuinely was so oblivious to things.
Really?
I didn't think that anyone got Botox. I didn't think anyone had fillers. I didn't think that people edited their stuff. I didn't know any of this, bro. Until, like, last year. And I would see these influencers with, like, no bags under their eyes. And I would be like, oh, my gosh, I want to look like that when I wake up. But I don't see all the, like, stuff that goes into it. You know what I mean?
And I'm telling this guys right now, from going to LA, surgery culture and stuff is so big there. Yeah. Everyone and their mother has gotten shit done. Like I just like walk into a room and people would be talking about like, oh, I'm probably gonna get a BBL next month, so casually.
Yeah.
Do you ever hear that here?
Oh,
the
no,
most you'll hear is I want to get lip filler. That is the most I've heard here.
I feel like even a lot of people here don't even really get Botox or anything.
Not Botox. Lip filler is the
Just
only thing that I
filler,
think people get, and like that was the most I'd hear here. Like anyone who gets BBL here, it's like they stand out because BBLs aren't that normal here. But like going to LA, like. Everyone has had work done. Everyone's either gotten Botox, everyone either gotten filler, they've done something, they Photoshop their photos, they do whatever, like, which is fine. Like, whatever.
Do it on your own body. That's not, like, that's not
I'm not shaming. I'm not shaming you
all.
for doing that. I'm just saying, like, you guys need to be aware that that is so normal there. Yeah. And these are all the
people that you guys are looking up to. And it's only becoming more and more normal also.
Yeah, I know. I was going to get lip filler for a while, and, like, I only recently decided that I don't think I'm going to get it. But, like, surgery culture is so big there. Like, they talk about BBLs like it's like a doctor checkup. Like, it's like everyone has a BBL. Everyone's gotten a BBL. Everyone's gotten lip filler. Everyone's gotten Botox. Everyone's gotten cheek filler. Like, it's so normal that everyone edits their photos. Like,
I was gonna say also editing is so normal. I've never edited any of my Instagram photos that I post, and I never like use Facetune. I never anything. Like, the only reason I've ever used it is to, like, show before and afters. Like, being like, you can do this. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I didn't know you could edit videos, nothing like that. And
I didn't know you could edit videos. That's crazy to me.
Yeah, and I feel like so many people who follow influencers or even just, like,
and their waists are, like, this big.
You know what? It's not even just influencers. It's normal people.
Yeah.
I asked a girl that I went to a party with to send me a photo that we took together. And when she sent it to me, the file name was called facetune.something. So I just wanted the photo because I just wanted the cute photo of us partying together, like, being stupid. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I didn't want the photo after she facetuned what she and I looked like.
Yeah.
Like, I just think that's so, pardon my French, that's so fucking dumb. Like, we are so young that we're going to look back on our photos to show our kids, and I'm going to be, I don't do it, but I say, if I was editing my photos, I would be so embarrassed that the only photos I have to show my kids is their mom with a facetuned, like, face. And then they're going to look at their mom and be like, oh my God, I'm so ugly. Like, why don't I look like you? I didn't even look like me. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm so against, like, editing everything out of your photos and stuff. Like, I get if the background's cluttered and you want to, like, edit a wall, but, like, bro, you don't need to edit your already beautiful face.
I'm gonna be honest, I did Facetune a lot back in the day.
Period. I'm just going up. I'm
not
like, coming at
you.
you.
Like, fuck Facetune.
Fuck Facetune. Like, delete Facetune. Like,
the thing is, I still do a little bit. It's not like, but I don't do like my anatomy. It's more like if I have a pimple that normally, like, because I talked to my friend who's a photographer, and this is like the basic rules of photography. If it wouldn't normally be there, you could take it out.
Yeah.
So if there's a pimple there and like you normally don't have a pimple, you're allowed to like take that out, like in photography world. So like I do that kind of stuff. I did used to Photoshop a lot more aggressively when I was in high school,
which is also perfectly fine because my page is being like, my post would be like, like I would be showing off my pimple.
Yeah,
do you know
exactly.
What I mean?
Yeah,
like we just have two different accounts.
Yes, like two types of vibes, but like for me, like it was like one, so insecurity, and like also just another reflection of like how I felt like I needed to look a type of way. Like I still do Photoshop a little bit, but it's not like I'm still trying to like not. I'm like gradually trying to do it less and less because I really don't want. I want like the picture to just look good the way that it is, like not because I did so much to it.
And I'm trying to just bring light to like people thinking that it's only influencers who do it, when in reality it's like every person,
everyone. No,
like,
everyone.
Honestly, I didn't realize that.
Yeah. So just don't compare yourself to like anybody.
Even like girls from your town, don't compare yourself because first of all, I feel like it's so unfair to the other girl. Yeah. Like in high school, I used to compare myself so much to, like, the popular girls in my grade.
Yeah.
And now thinking from, like, the popular girls' perspective, it's unfair. They didn't ask for you to compare them, like, you to them. You know what I mean? That makes them feel like a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Like, you can't compare yourself to other people at all. You guys are so different. Sorry, I just went off about that.
No.
You're fucking beautiful the way you are. Don't
No,
edit yourself.
literally, your only person you should compare yourself to is your past self. And, like, make sure that you're always doing better. Like, mentally, and you're being a better person than you were yesterday. Mm-hmm. That's all you have to focus on. Okay, I was gonna ask you, did you want to talk about how you got bullied or like your bullying story?
I feel like that's already like said. Do you know what I mean?
What do you want to like run it down for me just really quickly? Because I feel like I don't really know too much about your bullying situation.
Yeah, I just like I was like never popular, fit in with anyone. Yeah. I was never popular. Girls always hated me, and then guys hated me because I didn't want to get with them. Do you know what I mean? It was just like that vibe. I was also acting. I was always like a child actor, so like you would think
you think hypothetically that would make you more popular, but it doesn't. It makes you more of a fucking.
It makes people be like, show you old videos of you acting and just be like, you're so fucking cringy, or like that's so fucking embarrassing. Like, okay, also when I was in like grade 8, I had like 40K followers. Like I was like an influencer in like grade 8, and that's like embarrassing. If you think about, imagine a girl that you just see every day being like, hey guys, like my new episode is coming out on this day.
You did Savvy, whatever the
like We Are Savvy's coming out tonight. Okay, but the people in my grade would bully me so much. I got bullied a lot in high school, and then I had like a huge friend group of like 13 girls, which is like
holy shit, okay,
very difficult. And like honestly, to be completely honest, like those girls didn't even like each other. All 13 of them hated different people in the group. Like
when you're not in the group, you think like, oh my god, that looks so fun. Like I'm not in the group, like whatever. Yeah. But when you're in the group, you realize it's just a big group of people just constantly talk shit about each other.
Don't like each other, and like that wasn't it for me. And inside every big group, there's like smaller groups. You know what I mean?
Like the cliques.
Yeah. And then something happened with me and this one girl. There was just like a mega falling out. And then she started posting TikToks about me, like. When I was in high school, I'm talking about like this has happened until like grade 12, which was like recently to me, right?
I forgot that you're young. Like for me, if you said high school, for me 4 years ago, I graduated fucking years ago.
2 years. Right?
She's like just freshly out.
But yeah.
Okay, fuck.
Like I literally got bullied. I think from like there used to be like I Hate Spencer Club, like from like grade 2 or 3 to like grade 12 was like just. Constant.
Where the fuck were the teachers when this I Hate Spencer Club was out? Like,
yeah,
did they do it like in the fucking gymnasium? Like, how did they do this club without anyone knowing?
Like I know literally where the fuck.
And what would they talk about when they get together?
They would play say all the different reasons they hate me
and play the new episode of We Are Savvy.
Yeah, they're like, look at her, fucking bitch.
Look at her, she's on Family Channel. What the fuck?
God, successful fucking little kid. Shut up.
Yeah,
literally. But yeah, this happened forever, and then when I was in grade 12 was when I just like really didn't have like any friends at all, and I had already switched high schools, and then people from my old high school were making TikToks about me, people from my current high school were making TikToks about me, people I didn't even know were making TikToks about how terrible of a person I am. And it's just like, now looking back, I wish I could literally be in that moment and just be like, jealousy is a disease.
They were all just jealous. Your situation, they were really just jealous.
It was like, just jealousy. Like, for you to post TikToks about me, like, you're making edits of me. Like, why are you doing this?
That's fan behavior. Like, you're making edits, like, babe. Like, it's fan behavior.
So, yeah, if you're in high school and someone, like, posts a TikTok at you and they're like, if you know, you know. Not at you, but if the shoe fits, like, shut up. Like, also, if you're going to post something about me, just tag me.
Just tag me at that point.
Just tag me.
Like, you want the attention so bad that you want me to see it, so just tag.
Yeah, but these people would literally... I remember there was this TikTok, and it was, like, the most annoying person I know, or something like that, and then they put a photo of me behind them on green screen. Oh my god, good job. Like, congrats. Also, this was when I was starting to grow on TikTok. Someone else made one of, like, saying how they hope I die, they wish I die, like, exposing a TikToker for being a terrible person in real life. Bitch, you bullied me. Like, I was not the terrible person.
You're just mad that I was successful.
I'm sorry that it needs to be said. Like, or people would remake posts that I made to post it and put it on their story. So if I posted a selfie on my story of me being like someone else would remake it and like make fun of me and be like saying how cringy I am. Like, why would I post it on my story? I post it on my story because it's my story, because I post whatever the fuck I want. You know what I mean? That's just like jealousy in high school. Yeah.
No, and look at us now.
Look at us now. Like,
you guys see
make
how
a TikTok making fun of me. Like,
look at how fucking unbearable these sound, and like look at where we are now. Yeah. Because we're both good people. We had good morals. We had good karma backing us up. You especially. Like, I just think this was meant for us. This was meant to happen to us, because
100%.
Even though through all that, you and I still stayed as like honest, good, humble people. Like, everyone who talks to me about my TikTok shit or whatever, or like anyone who's seen me after a while, they all think like, oh, she probably thinks she's all that because she's famous now, like whatever. I don't think I'm famous, but that's what they say. And then they'll talk to me and be like, wow, she's so humble for like whatever. Like, she's so humble. She's exactly the way that she was, like whatever. And
she didn't change.
You and I are just like, you know?
Yeah.
But again, don't get me wrong, like, we're both nice, but if you cross boundaries, like cross the line, like, I'm not gonna put up with that
something
ever.
Now I can say is like, I'm so glad that those things happened to me and that I have the platform I have now, because now I can tell whatever, like 6.2 million people that it's that's what I'm gonna do. But like, now I can tell all the people
she didn't even say 6 million. She goes 6.2.
Period.
6.2, almost 0.3.
But like now I can tell all those people that this shit happens to good people. Like you can love yourself, you can be confident, and I can also teach people like everything that happened to me so that it doesn't happen to them. You know what I mean? So I'm so happy that all those terrible things happened to me because now it's like I have the platform where I can make other people feel better because I felt like shit when I was in high school. So I wish that I had an account that I followed that I could go to feel like happy. Good. You know, and get advice and get like anything.
It makes me so happy when people say that I made them confident or that I helped them be confident.
Oh my God, when people tell me like, oh, I bought a bikini and I'm going to wear it because of you. I'm like, fucking wear it, tag me in the photo and let me
be in love with you.
Literally. Let me kiss your ass. Like,
no,
you're
like,
so hot.
I mean, I don't do body positivity, but like when people just tell me like, oh, you're the reason why I learned to cut people off. Like,
yeah.
I learned to stop, like, I cut off this girl that was treating me so badly, or like I learned to like respect myself more. I'm like, oh my God, oh yes,
queen. Period. Thank you.
Like, see, like, and the reason why we're so good at what we do and why we're so good at giving you these advice and shit is because we went through it.
Our emotions are real and raw.
And people still try to invalidate it. You're pretty, so you didn't get bullied. Shut the fuck up. I got, like, yes, I did.
Just say thank you.
Like,
heart.
no, and it's, like, literally, listen, guys, this is something else I want to talk about. So, like, first of all, it's not my, like, you thinking I'm pretty, so I shouldn't have been bullied. That's not my business. As much as I would love for that to have been the case, that wasn't the case. I did get bullied. And I'm pretty, like, whatever. If you think I'm pretty, great, love that. But I did still get bullied. Like, just because, like, whatever.
I'm so glad that now we are both at a point in our life and, like, kind of society's at a point where we can, like, say that we think we're pretty.
Yeah.
Because if I was in grade 8 and I was like, I'm so pretty, someone would be like, you need to be humbled, you ugly, fat, disgusting, horrible person. No. But now I can literally say, I'm pretty. Like, I actually think I'm pretty.
Yeah, and I'm in the same, like, I know I'm that bitch, okay? First of all. Like, I do. I truthfully do. Like, it's not even about my looks. It's just, like, I know that I'm a charismatic person. I like the way that I carry myself. I like my posture. And just, like, in general, like, I like who I am as a person. And in liking who I am made me like how I look, too. Because I think your inside shines out. So I feel like I feel pretty because I love who I am as a person, not because of my looks.
Yeah.
But, like, on top of my looks, I will say. I do
like,
feel very
every
pretty.
time you achieve more things or you grow as a person, I feel like more in love with myself. I'm like, holy shit, I just did that.
Yeah.
Like, I just did all that and I did it myself. I was so self-made. That's fucking amazing. That's so hot.
And, like, in general, what was I going to say? Oh, I forgot.
Sorry, I cut you off.
Yeah, fuck you for that. I'm just joking. Okay, I was going to say, if anyone, because I feel like there probably is going to be someone who just heard us talk about that and they're going to take it the wrong, like, it rubs them the wrong way. And if you feel a type of way because we say we feel pretty, you are insecure. I'm going to break that news to you right now. That is an insecurity thing. And
if you are insecure, follow me on TikTok so I can teach you how to be confident.
Help you. She'll help you love your body and I'll help you love your, like, personality.
Inside.
Yeah. But, like, the thing is, when I was younger, when I was in high school, when I was super insecure, I remember there was this girl, right? And I went over to her house. I think I've told this story on TikTok, but, like, whatever. And I talked to her and she was like, she had like a really fat ass, okay? And I was like, oh my God, your ass is so big. Like, I love your ass, like, whatever. And she just went like, oh, it used to be bigger. And that pissed me off to like a different level. I was so annoyed. I was like, fuck that bitch. I'm never complimenting her again. What the fuck? And it rubbed me the wrong way so much that she just like accepted the compliment because I know I could have never accepted a compliment like that because I'm so insecure.
Write it down. We need to make a TikTok about how to accept a compliment.
Accept compliments. That's actually a good one.
I'm like, write this shit down right now. We need a TikTok about that.
So like, because I was so insecure, I couldn't even fathom like accepting a compliment like that. And the fact that she took it so confidently by being like, I know it's big, but like it used to be bigger. Like whatever.
Thank you.
It just rubbed me the wrong way because I was like, fuck you, man. Like,
sorry. I didn't know if I was a sneeze or gone. I'm sorry.
It was like, fuck you, man. How can you love yourself, but I don't love myself? Like, this sucks.
It makes you uncomfortable because you're like, I wish I could be like that. But then you're like,
but now, like, when I hear girls say, like, when you call yourself pretty, I'm just like, she is pretty. Like, that's the truth. Like, she is pretty. Or, like, when I'm on TikTok and I see girls talking about how, like, oh, they're pretty, like, whatever. I'm always like, oh, my God, yeah, they are really pretty. And then I'll look at the comments and everyone will be like, she's not even all that. She's humbled. You need to humble yourself. You're not even all that. You're so cocky. Like,
you think too highly of yourself.
Like, you are pretty, but, like, you should humble yourself. Like, no, you don't have to.
Or
why?
They say, you saying that just made you ugly.
Yeah. Or, like,
you were pretty before you said that.
You were pretty until you said that. Like, whatever. It's like, why, though? Why do I have to humble myself? Why does anyone have to humble themselves?
Imagine if we all walked around thinking that we're amazing, being the best version of ourselves. This life would be so much better.
Yeah, and
everything would be better.
There's this one Kendrick Lamar line, and I like forget how it was exactly, but it's like why should I why should I fake humbleness because you're insecure? It was like something along those lines. And it's so true. Why do I have to act humble and why do I have to act like I don't know my worth because to make you feel comfortable in your insecurity? No. How about we help you be more confident so that you can feel confident
and feel next the same way I feel.
Yeah, because I love how I feel. I feel great. I love loving myself. I love that I'm comfortable in my own skin. I feel sorry for you that you don't feel
but
like
it's not
that.
my fault.
So it's like, but I'm not going to change that. I'm not going to try to be humble. I'm not going to try to be insecure and hold myself in a box because you don't like that you're not the level of confident that I am. You know?
And you can't get mad at me for it. One thing that I always say that I love is that hating yourself isn't humble. Because for the longest time, I thought the only way that I could be a humble person in my looks and my, like, career in anything that I'm doing in my life, I thought that I had to, like, belittle myself to appear humble to other people. But I think I'm, like, a very humble person. Like, I don't think that...
I think we're both really humble people.
Do you know what I mean? Like, meeting me, you would think I'm very humble, which I am.
Yeah.
Because I also think that hating myself isn't humble. Like, someone being like, you're doing so good, congratulations. If I'm like, no, I'm not, like, I could do better. No, I should just say thank you so much. Like, I know, right? I'm working so hard. Yeah. And that's, like, that's being humble as well. Saying thank you is being humble.
Yeah, no, you could be, like, we're both very humble people. But do we know our worth? Absolutely. Yeah. And I'm not ever, like, I'm never going to let you treat me less.
My worth and then add a little extra.
Yeah, my worth, and then even add a little bonus in there because you know it's what I deserve. But like, I remember I was in a conversation with some of my friends recently when I was like in LA, and we were talking about like cockiness and cocky people and stuff. And then I was like, "Do you think I'm cocky?" And he was like, "You're not cocky, you're confident." And that's just
huge difference, like, bro.
The way I see it is cockiness is you think you're better than everyone and you act as though you are above other people. Confidence is just being comfortable in your own skin. That's all it is. Like. Do we act like we're better than anyone? No. We just don't hate ourselves.
No.
And that makes people uncomfortable.
I think that being cocky, like you can tell when someone's confident versus cocky because cocky people constantly prove themselves.
Or try to prove themselves.
Yeah.
They constantly...
And confident people, I don't need any approval, so I'm not going to prove myself to you. If you don't think I'm good at something, that's fine. Good for you. But if I was cocky, I'd be like, oh, you don't think I'm good enough? Let me show you that I'm good enough.
Cocky people constantly need to talk about how they're better than you and try to prove to you in every way, every aspect of their lives that they're better than you. Whereas confident people don't need to prove shit. They're just comfortable in their own self. They're like...
I would never want to have to talk about my success. I would just want people to see it.
That's what I always say. I'm like, if you have to talk about your success and constantly prove your success, you're not successful. Yeah. Your success should speak for itself.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have to run around to people and be like, I'm a TikToker. I'm a TikToker. I'm a TikToker. Most of the time, people just know that we're TikTokers.
But also, like, when I hit 7 million, which I will because I work very hard, when I hit it, I'm still going to post about it because I'm proud of myself. And that doesn't make me cocky to be like, I'm so happy that I hit 7 million. Thank you so much. That doesn't make me cocky. That makes me, I worked really fucking hard and I'm so grateful that anyone follows me, let alone 7 million people.
It's like thanking the 7 million people. It has nothing to do with, look at me, I'm better than you.
But people always think that I'm like showing off everything that happens in my life. Yeah. People from my high school be like, okay, we get it.
Block them. Like, block them.
No, I do.
Okay, I was going to say, I was like, girl.
I do. But, like, I don't think being proud of yourself makes you, like, cocky.
At all.
Period. There you go, guys.
Okay. Another thing I want to
talk... Oh, my God. Oh, because we kept going.
Yeah, we have another...
I was like, holy shit. Are we at an hour?
We just did another 45 minutes, which is... Wasn't that so quick? Okay, we'll talk about one last thing that I really want to get into. And then we'll end this because it's been going for a really long time. So, embarrassment isn't real. That's something I want to talk about. And a lot of people don't understand this. I've been posting a lot of shorts about it and like TikToks and like whatever.
I need to work on this, so I want to hear from you because
You get embarrassed?
Yeah, I need to work on this.
No, but okay, listen. Embarrassment isn't real, okay? It's all in your head. You decide whether or not you're embarrassed about something. Because, and you know what the situation was that actually put me through this, that made me realize this? I liked a guy when I was 20, that guy. So I was really obsessed with him and I would overthink everything with this guy, right? And I would overthink texting him even. And I was like with my roommate and like we were talking and I was like, should I send him a text being like, oh, what are you doing tonight? Or would that be weird? And she's like, if I didn't, it wouldn't be weird, but like you might think it's weird to do that. And that was the moment it clicked to me that it was like, it's the same action. We're doing the same thing. It's just texting the guy that we like. What are you doing tonight? But to me, I found it embarrassing. And I found that if he didn't answer, if he said whatever, I would be embarrassed because it would be taken the wrong way, whatever. Yeah. But when she didn't care, she had literally did not give a fuck about that. It didn't matter. And that was
also when you have no expectations, everything's just better.
I know, exactly. But that was the moment that I realized, I was like, it's just not real. You decide to be embarrassed. If she texted him and he didn't answer, she wouldn't give a fuck. If I texted him and he didn't answer,
that's on him.
I would freak out. I'd be like, oh my god. You know what I mean? Like, he's not answering, like, whatever. But that was just when I realized, like, you decide when to be embarrassed. You decide when something's embarrassing. Like, because when I used to be really insecure, everything embarrassed the fuck out of me, right?
I was thinking embarrassing more in the way of like falling down.
Okay, no. So listen,
because I get embarrassed by that.
So I don't really get
clumsy.
I don't really get embarrassed by that either, to be honest, at all. Like when I was like in LA, I was like staying in one of my rooms and I was like singing, I think in the shower or something. And then the guys came up to me and they were like, "We heard you singing in the shower." And then I was like, "That's really embarrassing." And then I just couldn't continue the thing. But like saying that's really embarrassing just like set the tone like differently. Like me like addressing like ha ha ha, that was embarrassing. I didn't feel embarrassed. It just made me feel like I was like, that's embarrassing. And then I like continued my thing. And I didn't feel embarrassed. So if you're ever just like embarrassed, I would just out loud just be like, that was embarrassing. And then
that's
just keep
embarrassing.
And then you're good.
Yeah, because I feel so like I'm really clumsy. So things like that, like falling down or I don't know. Like your fly being undone?
No, I don't really get embarrassed. See, like I get more embarrassed about the expectation type, but I don't really get embarrassed about that. Because
I get embarrassed about little things, but that's because I'm like just really goofy and clumsy. Like if you meet me in real life, I'm kind of just like a cartoon character a little bit.
I'm like a ditz.
Like, yeah.
Like I'm like
we
a
just do like it's
okay, wait, what character? Oh, I'm so sorry. I keep interrupting you. Continue what you're gonna say.
No, I was literally listening to saying it.
Okay. What character do you think you're the most similar to? Like a TV character?
A minion. Like the little yellow things that are like beady beady beady.
Okay, I was gonna say
that wasn't what you were looking for.
That was not the answer I was looking for.
I'm a minion. I think that's what I am.
I'm Jess from New Girl. Have you seen New Girl?
No.
You haven't seen New Girl?
No.
Okay, anyone who's seen
New Girl.
We're
talking about like TV shows?
Yes, I don't know why you said minion. Like,
that's embarrassing.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
No, but I'm literally like a minion if I'm gonna be honest.
No, what character would you say like a TV character? I always say like I'm like Jess from New Girl or like Phoebe from Friends. That's who I see myself as.
I don't know. I literally have no idea. The only thing I could ever like see and be like, okay, that's actually me is literally a minion.
Okay.
Because they're so annoying and dedicated and they're happy and they dance.
Okay, so Spencer's a fucking minion.
I literally am. I'm not just kidding. I literally am.
She's so passionate about this fucking minion thing. I'm like, girl, pick a character. She's like, I'm just like, I really have thought about it really deeply and like very intellectually and like really put my thumb to. I'm just a minion.
No, because I actually am. Like if you think about their character traits and then being like super happy and annoying and jumpy.
Now that you say, I definitely feel
and they're really
that.
dedicated. Like they don't stop doing anything. All those movies, they be working as hard as they can. Like I'm a minion. I gotta think of something that I actually am like
I hate you, man. That's so fucking
But it's perfect. It fits me like literally perfectly.
That's so funny. You're such a rat for that.
I don't know what I am.
But yeah, guys, embarrassment is not a real thing. I'm being so serious. Like you can choose to be embarrassed. And yeah, so I'm gonna tell you this. That's my life tip. If you do something embarrassing, just say that was embarrassing out loud and then keep going. And you're fine. Like that's the way I've gotten through it.
Don't be like me. I just hide under a rock. I'm like,
no, every time I do something, I like openly, I would rather be like embarrassed and let myself look embarrassed and that I fucked up rather than try to cover up that I fucked up. And like if I trip, I'm more likely to let myself fall rather than try to like not trip and act like I didn't just trip. Because I think if I trip, I can get up and be like, oh my God, that was so embarrassing. And then just keep walking. Whereas if I'm trying to act like I didn't just trip or whatever, it's just like everyone knows that I did almost just trip. And like it's just like me trying to be like,
I think that when embarrassing things happen to me, I just laugh really hard. So it seems probably like
no, you're good. Then you're good.
I just laugh all the time. But I laugh at everything.
You're good.
I'm literally always like, ah.
So just say that.
Like I'm literally. That's literally what I'm like. I'm like, okay, like just, whatever.
Just say that was embarrassing. You're good. Look how loud the sound volume. Like,
sorry, I want to see if we went really loud.
Do you think we talked about everything that we need to?
Yeah.
I feel like we went on for a really.
My hair looks so dark today.
An hour and a half. That's fucked up.
Doesn't our hair kind of look the same color?
Oh, it does. That is weird. Okay, we're gonna wrap this up. Guys, I hope that was really helpful to you. I hope you learned a lot. Let me know if you want me to do more episodes with Spencer and we can hang out and do more.
Yay!
And honestly, guys, if you know someone who has a podcast company, send them our way.
Yeah, because we don't know what we're doing.
We don't know how to start a podcast. That's why I have a YouTube series that's just a podcast series.
Yeah.
Just, I don't know how to post. Guys, everyone...
Comment your tips down below about how to start a podcast.
And also, everyone's saying post these on iTunes, post these on Spotify. I don't know how to do that, okay? I don't know how to do it.
We'll do some research.
I would love for you guys to just play this while you're driving, but I don't know how to do that.
That would take a lot of data.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm not doing that. We're just gonna keep it on YouTube unless someone with a podcast company wants to help us. Yeah. So if that's the case, whatever.
Thank you.
But we love you guys. Thank you so much.
I hope you have the best day ever.
Hope you have the best day. Check out all Spencer's stuff.
Spencer Barbosa. SPNCR.BARBOSA.
So check out all Spencer's shit. I'll have it linked below too. We're gonna film lots of shorts. Gonna film lots of TikToks. We're gonna film lots of Snap. We're gonna do Snapchat. We're gonna do everything. So check out everything because you're gonna want to see it all, right?
Okay. Love you guys.
Love you. Bye.